A century ago, Stanford had 4 engineering departments. In May of 1925, the Board of Trustees approved bringing those 4 departments together into a school. They knew Stanford had a unique role to play by combining technical rigor, but with broad-minded curiosity, by educating engineers not just to design and build things, but also to lead and to have impact. On May 15th, in just a couple of weeks, the Stanford School of Engineering officially turns 100 years old.
I can't believe Stanford Engineering's been around for 100 years. The School of Engineering is a jewel in Stanford's crown. It's a place of remarkable curiosity.
Stanford Engineering is not afraid to try an experiment, to try something new.
The most consequential things that I was able to participate in, moving the computer science department from the mathematics department into its own thing as a freestanding department.
I would say that the School of Engineering has become more and more important to Stanford over the decades. It is also, thanks to my colleagues, become much more integrated into the university.
And I do think Fred Terman, as the dean of the school, created a spirit of entrepreneurship that was very beneficial for the school and continues to define us to this day.
Education, especially for engineers, has to be lifelong. We want them to be in leadership positions. We want them to be defining the future of their companies and of their fields.
And with the explosion of AI, I mean, this is just a phenomenal time for engineering and computer science to really be the foundation that underlies virtually every discipline. And that's something we ought to be leading.
Our machine learning class has over 1,000 students in it, and many of them are graduate students from across campus who are coming to take our classes. I also wanted to give a little shout out to a partnership I developed with Condoleezza Rice. She came to me and said, "You know emerging technologies, and I know how to reach the government and policymakers. Let's have a partnership." And that, I would say, is one of the most exciting partnerships that I've had to a part of campus I never imagined working with. I'd say, as we've done for a century, we're going to keep focusing on what matters, on our world-changing research, our excellent teaching, the power of engineering to serve humanity.
It inspires me to be in a place that's done so much work, but it also inspires me to know there's so many other answers that we don't know, and that I get to work on that for a little bit of that time.
Being at a school that's been around for 100 years, there's such a big legacy. It's crazy to think how much has gone on before I even got here.
It's really cool to bring my own voice into this unique tapestry that is comprised of this entire school.
One of my favorite things about being a presenter today is seeing all of the young kids interact with the robot, and that's been awesome to see them get kind of inspired.
The first dean of the school, Ted Hoover, said that a Stanford engineer would be something vastly greater and more significant in modern life than someone with just technical training.
You can be anyone and do anything. Everyone is there to really help you so you grow in every possible way.
The breakthroughs have been coming fast and furious. Semiconductor work that sparked Silicon Valley. There was a little algorithm called PageRank that turned into Google. Recent advances in bioelectronics, lithium-ion batteries, machine learning algorithms to diagnose disease, solar and hydrogen research to enable a carbon-free future. That's just the beginning of the list. This is truly a special event. It's one of several in our celebration of Stanford Engineering Centennial.
This university and this School of Engineering has brought the best talent, the best minds, the most creative minds. The technologies that we are now seeing breaking forward, certainly AI, but also in robotics and in space and in bioengineering, are, as a colleague of mine calls them, civilizational technologies.
I like to choose problems that are really, really hard to do. And the problems that are really hard favor not the most intelligent, favors the most persistent. I'll tell the team, I know it's a billion-dollar business, but there are others there are other billion-dollar businesses. And let's go do something the world's never done before.
Our Centennial year has been a huge undertaking, and our staff were really at the heart of making it a success. Staff came together from every corner of the school. They contributed their time, their talent, their enthusiasm, and many of them volunteered after hours or on weekends to make sure every event ran smoothly. Their teamwork, creativity, and dedication reflect the spirit of Stanford Engineering, and they made this historic year just unforgettable. Engineering and football have been intertwined for a long time at Stanford.
We maybe are the only college football in the program where our young men pursue the academic dreams that they have alongside their athletic dreams.
Of the current football roster who are undergrads and have declared their major, 40% of them have declared an engineering major. Now, that same energy and spirit that we see from the student athletes on the field can be seen today in some projects behind me here. David Camarillo and his groundbreaking work on football helmets. Ocean 1K, the deep sea robot. Azimuth from the solar car team. Motorized couch from the Moonshot Club. Proof that engineering can be practical and fun.
I'm so happy that the celebration can include a football game.
Go engineering, go Cardinal! What year was the Management Science and Engineering Department founded?
I graduated in 2007 at age 49.
Electrical engineering 1970 and MS in 72.
Kevin Christopher, class of 2005, and I remember taking your database class right before I graduated.
All right, good. Nice to see you again. It has been a really great year for the School of Engineering. I hope all of you got a chance to see our new Computing and Data Science building, nicknamed CODA. We've also opened a new robotics center that's in the lower level of the Packard building. We have a wonderful place that brings together faculty from many different departments and students who are working on robotics into a shared space. I feel confident we're going to prevail for the next century. Another great century of scholarship, discovery, innovation, impact. This is the closing event of our Centennial year. If we look back on the 100 years of the School of Engineering, obviously the formation of Google was a shining moment.
How do you think about fostering a culture of innovation and your role in it?
Maybe we were more inclined to try hard things because of the kind of academic roots. I mean, there was a while where, you could there was like pets.com, you can put anything on .com. It wasn't really that technically deep. Fortunately, we were doing search, which did require some deeper technical skills. I just think somehow it has happened to be the case that some of the deep hard tech has become increasingly important. And I think we just kind of lucked out on having set the bit early on in that direction.
Thousands of other companies have been founded by students, by faculty, by alumni. They've generated literally trillions of dollars in economic growth. When we look at the work that we do, a lot of the details are really done by students. And today's event is also a class. And I just want to say to the students, you're the sequel to our history.
Stanford has an uncanny ability to foster the next generation that invents the future.
We have a proud heritage, we have a proud history, but that doesn't define who we are. I think we have to define ourselves by what we will do, what we can do in the future. It's really using this last 100 years to catapult us into the next 100.
This centennial year is a chance to reflect on the incredible arc of progress that we've made since 1925. We can't predict what's going to be important. Right now, we're focusing a lot on human health, on the planet, but 50, 100 years from now, whatever the problems are, we're going to be ready to solve them.